Hello YouTube. Today I'm making a video about a recent purchase of mine. Well, kind of recent. You can see I already had my first problem with it. That happened 2 months after I got the car. Had one of the TPM messages go out, but I literally went out there and I bought one of the highest mileage plug-in hybrids I could find. It's a 2017 Fusion Energi. Just wanted to talk about it since people don't really seem to talk about plugins that much, and I don't know why, but the Fusion isn't getting attention. Personally, I drove one of these for the first time back in 2014, and I thought it was pretty amazing. Quiet, smooth. You have 20 miles of range electric, and then when it runs out, it turns into a hybrid pretty much. The engine starts up and it runs like a hybrid car, charges the battery, runs electric, dies, turns the engine back on, so on and so forth. I mean, you really can't go wrong with one of these cars. They are pretty smooth, pretty comfortable. Not much power though. I'll tell you, if you want a fun fact, I'll send it for you. Like this. This full electric mode. There you go. See, blue to the top. And I mean, it's got good pickup for city driving, but it's a little boring, So if this is gonna be your daily driver, it's fine. If you want something that put a smile on your face, this definitely won't put a smile on your face. Unless you really care about saving the environment, and not use any gas. Frankly, 20 miles will get you almost anywhere for the most part, back and forth, if you're doing city driving. I mean, if you're in a country area or something, you gotta go a bit further out to get to where you want to go. I mean, 20 miles probably won't be enough, but for most that was bad braking there. For most people who are in the middle of a city, going back and forth to work, I mean, it's great, especially if you can plug it in at work, Get to where you want to go, plug it in. When you come back out, you charge back up, you're ready to go. I like the idea when you go to drive-thrus, you in a parking lot waiting for, or even your friend's house, and they're taking forever to come out, it's kind of nice to have, I mean, I wouldn't say energy wasted, but no gas wasted. Think about it. I mean, I live in Florida, and it's hot as can be over here. So for, me to have something that doesn't generate any heat for the most part, and, sits there, and if you're stuck in traffic too, you have the AC blowing ice cold. This thing has cooled seats too, so keeps my my hiney cold, I mean, it's a really good choice, I will say, again, it will get boring, Again, if you like, light turning green and having some pizzazz, you're not going to get it with this car. If you go more than half throttle, the engine will start up and it will give you that extra bit of power needed, but again, this thing I think maxes out at 180 horsepower combined with the 2-liter gas engine it has. So it's not amazing, but it's got enough to get you going what you want to go, For a hybrid, plug-in hybrid, it will have this. It is a CVT transmission. So I mean, it's lacking that bit of it's everything I don't like pretty much, but on a hybrid platform, CVT is actually pretty useful. The gas platform, I've never liked CVTs at all, to be honest, but I can see how an electric motor or CVT does come in like very handy. It goes hand in hand with it, honestly, I am a big fan of Tesla and everything they're doing. I've driven a couple Teslas. They're fun. They do have good, well, depends on what model you buy. I guess I've driven the higher end ones, but they do have very good torque and like instant response. If you think you got a similar experience with a plug-in hybrid, I got bad news for you. You're not. But I mean, you know, you will not waste any gas for the most part, you know. And if you like that idea of you know, all the quirks about it, I mean, not quirks, and the little things that I guess, you know, if you're a bit of a tinker, have an engineering mind, you know, you like innovation, technology, it's a pretty good choice. I drove this on a 500, well, it was more than 500 miles. It was a 600-mile trip, you know, and it did amazing fuel economy. I got where I needed to go in one tank. I mean, it was great. I literally went somewhere across the state, filled up the tank when I got there, spent my weekend over there, and then drove back and put gas in it when I got home. So that's 2 gas tanks worth of 2 gas tanks, you know, for a 1,200-mile trip. I mean, it's amazing. This car also, nobody talks about this. I learned this after I got the car. It has an app, and the app keeps track of your fuel mileage. It keeps track of your trips, you know, how you know, if there's anything wrong with the car, you know, tell you little alerts. Like my app will tell me that I have a bad sensor, you know, it'll tell me if I left a door open, stuff like that. The app, I don't know, it's interesting because this is a newer car, so I don't know how long if it's available for, if I have to get like you know, some kind of service with it. But right now I can do remote start, I can unlock and lock my car all through an app on my phone. Kind of cool when you're, you know, it says like middle of the night and you went outside to grab something, you're like, oh, I left my key inside. Well, you just pull your phone out and you can unlock your car instead of having to go back inside, grab the keys, and come back out. So that's kind of cool, you know. I think it's pretty innovative. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, share my thoughts. You know, honestly, I haven't had any problems for the TPMS sensor with this car. If you think about it, since it regenerates most of the time when you brake. Oh, that's one thing though. It's got very sensitive brakes, so you gotta really get used to that pedal. But when you brake, the electric motor kicks in and it starts regenerating electricity. So the electric motor is what's slowing down the vehicle. With the CVT, I'm guessing the ratios change and it makes it like a little bit hard, you know, like puts more load on it, charges more of the battery more, and you stop. So you're now wasting brake pads, you know, doing that. So your brakes will last longer as well, which I think is also pretty cool, you know. So I'm gonna, you know, I guess I'll make follow-up videos depending on the kind of activity we get from this, you know, just so people can hear about it and see what it's like. Frankly, I think maintenance wise, just like Tesla, you know, aside from like tires, brakes, I don't think you have much to worry about. I mean, you gotta do oil changes, you know, you still have a gas engine, so you do gotta do oil changes when they're due. I mean, I usually like doing mine every 3,500 or 5,000 miles. I always keep trip meter 2 with the mileage I've had. So I've had 4,700 miles on this oil change. 700 miles have been electric, so this time that the engine has not been on while driving. So the engine's, I mean, the oil has 4,000 miles. It's about due for a change. Might be doing that soon. But I mean, if you think about it, if you do completely all local driving, grocery store, back, you know, wherever you gotta go around town, back and forth, you know, your engine won't really turn on that much. Have noticed, nothing nobody mentions, the car does use the engine every once in a while. It turns it on just to keep the engine going, which is pretty smart too. You know, you have a car sitting for a long time, you know, you're gonna have problems. If you think about it, I mean, you know, it's pretty smart idea to have the engine start up every once in a while. And Ford thought of that. So the engine will turn on and run for a few minutes, even when you're using electric mode, just to get the oil running through the engine and everything, you know, functioning. And I guess this is all time for the engine to do a diagnostic test on itself, you know, make sure everything's operating like the way it should be. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you have any somebody just stopped for no reason in front of me, that's kind of odd. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, Share your comments. If you have questions, ask away. I always do my best to answer everybody. I would like to say I'm a car guy. I'm a gearhead. I love trying out different vehicles and experiencing everything that's out there to offer. But it's just I guess a category that people find weird. Most people don't like electric cars for some reason. I got an open mind. I like experiencing everything, and I bought this to try it out and see what it's like. So far, I've enjoyed it. When the battery's completely dry, if you use the little charger that comes in the trunk, you got a 120 volt charger, it will charge the car between 7 and 7.5 hours. Depending on the, if you buy a wall charger, one that runs in 220, 240 volts, it can charge it a lot faster. The one I have, I found locally, and I bought one from a Nissan Leaf. So, it actually charges my car in 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So it's pretty good. Sorry if I'm being a little slow. I'm just trying to think and give thoughts on the car as I'm going along. But again, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, please still give me a thumbs up. Just tell me you didn't like it. Tell me why. Share your opinion. And let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.